and welcome to Out of the Darkroom on Adorama TV. I'm Ruth Medjber and today I'm back chatting with fashion photographer Holly McGlynn. So Holly, could you maybe tell us a little bit about what goes with you on a standard shoot?
Sure. I keep things fairly simple. I shoot on a Canon 7D and my favourite lens is an ultrasonic lens, is the 24 to 70 lens, goes down to f2.8, and I feel that lens gives me a lot of versatility. I also love to shoot with the Canon 85mm lens, the God lens, as it's called, and I like a 50mm lens as well. But yeah, I'm just like camera body, one lens, and a flash. I always shoot with strobe.
Do you?
Yeah.
Always?
I do. Always, yeah.
Oh, I
don't
that.
really shoot with natural light at all. It's just my style. I just got a lot more punch and impact images with strobe. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's my style.
I love that because you do get people who are like, oh, I'm a purist. I only shoot with natural light.
Yeah,
and that
sure.
can have
and that's great.
A typical,
yeah.
that's a different aesthetic. I love flash though. I love the high contrast and the boom, and it's great.
Me too.
So would you just shoot with one flash on camera, or do you take it off and shoot?
Yeah, I normally would take the flash off the axis of the camera, maybe put it on a nano stand. I also shoot with the Elinchrom Quadra packs, which are brilliant for location lighting. They've got a lithium battery, so they're super light, and they attach to heads, and then you can put any light shaper on those heads with the right adapter. So they're really powerful as well. So sometimes I just kind of leave the light raw, or I put an umbrella on it, or maybe a softbox or a beauty dish either.
Wow.
I like to shoot with a few different flashes actually. I like to kind of create a 3D effect. So if I'm shooting on location, I'll normally expose for the sky and then fill in with flashes at different angles.
Wow.
Yeah, to kind
so
of
like
really,
all around them?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have a lot of help on your sets then?
Yeah, I would definitely get an assistant if I'm going to use more than one flash. Yeah, definitely.
It's just kind of easier that way, is it?
Yeah.
And then talk us through what happens after you take the shot then, in terms of, do you issue contact sheets to your clients, or do you do your pics? How do you do that?
Well, yeah, so I would go through the best images and then I would send a contact sheet of those images to the client. Sometimes the clients say, oh, will you just send me all the images? And I'm like, yeah, I'll send them all to you.
I never like
sending them all. I take out all the ones
all.
I don't like.
Because then they realise how bad a photographer I am. I'm not sending all of those. They'll see pictures of my feet. So you do what I do, you make a selection, then you send a contact sheet of everything.
Yeah, because you as the photographer will choose completely different images to what the client will choose. You look for different things. And at the end of the day, it is the client's choice of image, so I want to make sure that it is one that I'm at least happy with.
You're happy with too. Yeah, because that would be a worry then if they pick something off the contact sheet that you weren't happy with.
I know, yeah.
And then, so after the client makes their selections, do you do the post-production yourself, or do you have someone to do that for you?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 I'll do the post-production myself.
Really?
It's only if the client has a post-producer on sort of retainer that they always use, but I'd need to check their work and make sure that I'm happy with what they're doing to my photos.
So even if it goes to their retoucher, you still need to get final approval on it?
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. And then in terms of your own retouching, what programs do you use?
I use Photoshop.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just Photoshop.
Just Photoshop, yeah.
And would you be a fan of doing like a lot of kind of pour work and all that kind of things? Like what's the standard? What would you normally do on a person?
Yeah, I hope that I don't over retouch anyone, but I certainly would do skin work all right, yeah. I normally do a frequency separation on the skin, and then I do a lot of brightening, contrast, bring up the colours, whiten the eyes, whiten the teeth, take out anything not so aesthetically pleasing out of the background,
you have to do that. That's kind of expected though, isn't it?
Absolutely,
yeah. Especially if it's going into like a glossy mag and things like that, where you're going to see everything. If it's like one-to-one, you're going to see someone's face, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
In ways I feel ambivalent about it, because I am a feminist fashion photographer, and I do feel like the proliferation of imagery of perfection is really damaging.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I mean, you shoot men as well.
I do
and then
shoot men as well.
I'm
and
sure
I retouch the men as well.
So we're okay with that.
I think it's something we need to approach with caution, though.
Yeah.
I would never slim anyone down.
Would you not? No.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
I did notice on your blog you mentioned that you wanted to get rid of the term plus size.
Oh, I hate that term.
Why? Why do you hate it so much? What would you prefer bigger women be called?
Well, so curve modelling is a term that's used, and I feel more comfortable with that than plus size. But plus size is anyone who is a size 10.
Plus size is tiny these days,
plus size
right?
is tiny, absolutely. Yeah. And it's really damaging, and it is having an effect on young women today.
Oh, without
and older
doubt.
women today, it affects me. When I look in the mirror, I think, yeah, it can affect my confidence when I look in the mirror.
I'm very happy to be plus size. I'm fine with that. I'm like, if this is plus size, I'm all over it.
Sure,
it's good.
Sure.
But I do like the term curve. So maybe
curve
we can go forward with the term curve. Yeah. Cool.
Let's do it. It's a deal.
Yes. Would you have then any tips and advice for someone that would like to follow in your footsteps, whether it be buy this lens or think only in concepts, or what would you advise someone who wanted to get on the rung of fashion photography?
So my number one piece of advice would be relentless. You can't give up. I mean, I have been rejected maybe 1,000 times in my career so far. Bless you. But it is water off a duck's back at this stage. I don't even blink if I'm rejected now.
Love it.
But there's a great Japanese phrase which translates as fall 7, rise 8. And I think that is so relevant to being a photographer. You're going to get knocked back. So you've just got to pick yourself up and not give up.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd love to leave it on that. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with me, Holly.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Well, that's all we have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below. I do appreciate your feedback. If you'd like to brush up on your own photography skills, then check out the Adorama Learning Centre. And as always, if you'd like to watch more videos, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.